We set off to build the expedition vehicle of my dreams from the ground up with a $30,000 budget. We documented every aspect of the build from the design process to all the hardships along the way. To be honest, this was one of the most challenging projects of my entire life, but the final product exceeded my wildest dreams. Watch as we build an incredible vehicle for Season 3 of the Tiny Home Adventure series. This is the MUSEROAMER project. On the previous episode of the MUSEROAMER project, we installed our freshwater fill and air intake for the furnace. We finished the last bit of trim for the floor and entryway. We have some issues with our water system. We install our window screens. We install our backsplash. We officially move in. We install our backup and dash cameras. We deal with some serious cracking issues. We take the roamer to the mountains for the first time, and of course the truck has some serious mechanical failure. So, we got up to the mountains, got off the dirt road, and now the truck is not running right. It's making some crazy noises. If anyone has an idea of what this next sound may be, let me know. I'm gonna do 2 slides of it. So basically when I get up past 10 miles an hour, it's this crazy intense vibration, this crazy rattling. It sounds like some metal grinding, it's not good. Go a little faster. Going 15. So I found out the problem. Apparently the 4-wheel hubs were on lock. I think I totally fried my front 4-wheel drive gearbox, but at least we were able to get up into the mountains, and you know, it wasn't a total loss, but I'm sure I've got a hefty bill to pay. This project. Beer to be. Yep, so. But we had an awesome day, awesome shoot. We got up to the mountains. Now we're gonna go eat some food. And the dogs are pooped, I think. So we were at Camper Paradise. We had to get a new front drive line because our 4-wheel drive stopped working. We already replaced the hubs, and now I need to reinstall this drive line. So here we go. Woo-wee. Thankfully, the installation of the front drive line came together pretty easily. It's just 8 bolts and very straightforward. Cost us about $400 to have it rebuilt.
8:01 p.m.
All right, so we got the 4-wheel drive working. We got the front drive line going. Cruising up to Powder Mountain. Super excited. This is our first real snowy adventure, first snowy mountain pass. I'm hoping everything works and we don't have any issues because this road is it's scary. So we're cruising. We're psyched. First big mission of the trip. So wish us luck. Woohoo! Here we go. We found a spot to park just below the resort and settle in for the night. Of course, our water heater stopped working and it was nuking snow. I did my best to troubleshoot it, but it turns out the circuit board had fried.
Look at how much it snowed. Look at him. All right, I'm gonna dust you off, bud.
You're so snowy.
You got too much snow on you.
Look at you. You're gonna get the whole place wet.
Okay, ready?
Oh my gosh.
Up.
Oh my god.
Okay, up.
Come on, bud. Ah!
All right.
Oh, it's gonna be so wet.
So we're psyched. We're making dinner. We've got music going. Kicker's got teddy bears and slippers. And yeah, this is one of our first nights, really, in the mountains, doing something that we love. Tomorrow morning we're gonna go ski some powder. And I could fucking cry right now. This feels amazing. So thank you guys for following along on the journey. We're about to take off on season 3 of the Tiny Home Adventure. It's gonna be insane. Make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff, because we have so many adventures ahead of us. Woo! Alright guys, so today I'm from Joe's Kitchen. We've got some freaking comedian mushrooms. Bam! We got a yellow onion. Bam! We got frozen meatballs, only the finest from Mama's Kitchen. Forget about it. We finished our dinner and set in for the night.
6.5 hours later.
Good morning. So we just woke up. It snowed all night. Excited to see what it looks like outside. What do you think, Kicker? Hold on. The door
door's frozen shut. Easy. Yeah, let's see. Wow. That's awesome. Look at this car. It looks psyched. You ready? Look at this. That's beautiful.
I'm gonna do a story.
Burning some breakfast. So I'm trying something new today. I'm trying this big fat cow ski bike. I'm not very good on a bike, honestly. Oh, let's see how it goes.
Brandon from Camper of Paradise had been telling me all about these snow bikes. Basically, it's a full suspension bike with skis on the front and back. I was shocked as to how capable and fun these things were. Brandon rips on a snow bike.
Yesterday, we took the beast up to the mountains to actually snowboard and enjoy ourselves for a little bit now that we're so close to being finished. And 5 minutes before getting back to the shop, my oil temperature spiked, my check engine light went on, so I turned on the heat to high in hopes I could bleed some of that heat. It seemed to work for a second. The temperature started to drop again, and then the heat stopped working. I started blowing black smoke, and I don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna try and figure out what the hell's up. But really, like, we're just about to finish this thing and I blow up the engine. Come on. It snowed like a million feet. Kicker, what are you doing? I was told if the engine oil looks milky that we have problems. It doesn't look milky from what I can see, so hopefully it's just like a coolant line or my radiator or something. But I mean, I really hope I didn't just like blow up the entire engine. Aye. So I found the hole right here. This blew off.
I was able to push the coolant hose back into its fitting for a temporary fix.
That had disconnected and was spilling all of my coolant. So hopefully it's not a big issue. well, it won't even start. So we've got that going for us today. Put a year plus 16-hour days, 7 days a week into something, and then it blows up the day pretty much you finish it. Doesn't feel great. So now I have it hooked up to a starter and a truck. If it doesn't start, then just light the whole thing on fire, I guess. It started. Now we'll see what happens with the coolant hose. So I got it started finally. Had to use this battery thing and jump it with the truck. Now that there's some coolant flowing through it, it feels as though it's working okay now. I haven't driven it, but I'm optimistic. I think we're okay. Oh, this project, man. I can't tell you how challenging this has been, but we're so close to the finish line. Not giving up, but man, just let Lord Jesus, please let us finish this thing without any more headache. All right, it is officially 19 degrees. We have to install our awning, add some grip tape to the back steps, fix our cassette. Kicker doesn't seem to care. He's just excited to be a dog. But still have quite a bit to get done, and it doesn't help that it's stupid cold out right now. I'm trying to install the awning finally. But yeah, here we go. So basically what I've done is I've attached the mounting bracket to the roof rack using some clamps and some straps, because these clamps like to wiggle loose and I don't want anything to drop out. So just use some boat straps to keep everything secure, nice and tight. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna just make new holes for the other mounting hardware because it doesn't line up perfectly. Hopefully it doesn't cause some issues, but who knows? This project has been full of creative problem solving and full of issues, so fingers crossed it all comes together quick and easy. Yoo-hoo!
We installed a mounting bracket onto the roof rack and then attached and wired the awning. The whole install was pretty straightforward.
That is sick! Doing at 8:30 on a Friday night. I bet you're not hanging out in a Home Depot parking lot putting stairs on your rig, because that's what we're doing. Josh, thank you so much for your help. If you guys don't know, Josh let us use his shop for the last year. He's the guy that is actually the smart one that helped with all the super technical stuff, and yeah, just owe this dude my life.
Hanging out Home Depot.
Hanging out at Home Depot on a Friday night. It's a party. But look, we've got stairs. Check this out. You also got a rug now. She's all psyched about that. And yeah, got a project sunrise tomorrow morning. And we wanted to be able to bring the rig out there and park, sleep, and wake up for sunrise with all of our gear. Still not totally moved in yet. Still have a couple big things on the checklist, but making progress. We also fixed today, which took up all day. And then we started working on this at 6 and it's now 8:30. So, woohoo! So psyched.
The next morning, we woke up before the sun to shoot some fly fishing with some friends. Click the card to watch the full edit if interested. Also, make sure you've subscribed.
All right, so we've had some issues with some moisture underneath the mattress. So we're trying this hypervent stuff that was recommended by a bunch of hippies on Van Life Facebook group. Hopefully some of you will watch this. But yeah, we're gonna try it out. Our bed's actually super comfortable as is, but hopefully this gets us so we're not dealing with any more moisture.
We had tried a few other solutions like camping pads, wood slats from IKEA, which didn't help at all. So we cut the hypervent to size and remade our bed. So far, the hypervent has been the best solution, but it's still a work in progress to completely eliminate any moisture.
So, found out that the alternator is dead, so it's Christmas Eve at like 5 o'clock at night. It's kind of cold. Looks like it's gonna rain over there. So we're gonna swap that out real quick and then make some dinner and hang out with the family.
It turns out both batteries in the alternator were bad, which had been causing my starting issues earlier. My sister and brother-in-law were in town, so we went sledding the next day, Christmas morning, and I also found out I'm gonna be an uncle.
All right, so huge moment. We are officially leaving the shop. We've got everything packed up. Everything's either going to storage, being donated. So we're on our own. We're cutting the umbilical cord today.
Woo.
Officially, after almost a year and a half of some of the hardest work that I could ever have imagined doing. Lots and lots of sacrifice, huge investment, ended up being way more expensive than we expected. But we did it, we made it. We have this amazing home on wheels. We're super grateful. And now it's time to go hit the road and adventure. Yeah!
Woo.
Kicker, are you ready? How many of these shots made it into the series of me petting your stupid little face? Not enough. That's my answer. Not enough. You beautiful little beast. Oh, look at that snout. All right, it's really happening. We're about to hit the road on our first proper road trip. We're heading to Colorado. First time we're gonna leave the state and the rig. We'll be gone for about a month before coming back to Park City to regroup before heading up to Alaska. It feels so freaking rad to have this thing where it's at. Wish us luck. Hope for as little problems as possible, as few problems as possible, because it's gonna be a road trip for sure.
We left Park City and headed towards Colorado to chase a few projects for the next month.
Oh, just getting some photos of the rig. Looks super good out here. Psyched.
We drove until it started to get dark and pulled off the highway and ended up in an awesome campsite.
So it's been about 20 months since I bought the truck and started this project. I thought it was gonna take me 2 months to do. Took me 10 times longer. This is our first proper adventure. We're heading out of the state. We are currently in Vernal, Utah, heading to Aspen. And we're gonna pop the champagne our friend Graham gave us. And we're super ready. All right. Here we go.
Kicker, watch out.
Here we go. Woo! Woo! Season 3 Tiny Home Adventure! Woo! It's too cold to pour it on my face, but. Cheers!
Cheers. I stayed in the safe zone.
Good boy.
Ew! Woo!
Thank you, Graham, for the
Thank you.
champagne.
It's a party, Kicker. Ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna have some sugar with my champagne.
This is what it's all about to me. I finally feel like we're getting into the flow and nothing can stop us now. They say there's a road that leads to paradise that seemingly goes on forever. It's full of potholes and unforeseen obstacles, but exists for only those willing to go down it. Some say it's a fool's errand. But maybe, just maybe, it's about the journey and not the destination. On the next episode of the MUSEROAMER project, we get a flat tire, which we are totally unprepared for.
We're so close to Aspen, and of course, we got a flat. We were so close to making it without an incident, but yeah, this thing is pretty donezo. We got a big pinhole right there.
We finally make it to Aspen. Eventually we head to Crested Butte, and we head back towards Park City and manage to get the truck super stuck on the way home.
Well, welcome to today's episode of Andrew Doesn't Think Things Through.
What do you mean?
Featuring Andrew getting the rig stuck in a large wind drift in quite literally the middle of nowhere. We went off the expressway down a dirt road. No one's for miles, so welcome. What do you have to say for yourself?
Sorry. It's all part of the adventure, right?
Then I break my leg snowboarding just 2 weeks before we're supposed to leave for Alaska. You can't make this shit up.
I can at least make it back to Ashley, I think.
If you would like us to continue to be able to release content weekly, consider becoming part of the team and joining our Patreon. I'm also offering coaching for projects like this, and I'll eventually be offering a complete blueprint of our build, which is likely to save you over 100 hours of sourcing components and creative problem solving. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to keep up with our most recent adventures, make sure to follow us on Instagram. Massive thank you to the friends and brands who made this stream possible. If you have any questions, we would love to answer them. If you found this at all entertaining or informative, we would love it if you could please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.